One of the things that's going to keep your nervous system most dysregulated is not having a healthy connection to your emotions and being able to feel them in a regulated way. This is basically because you never had anybody to really show you how to do that or role model to you what emotional regulation looks like. Nervous system regulation and emotional regulation are learned in childhood through a process called co regulation, where your parent or caregiver is there to provide you with that soothing, calm presence. They are emotionally regulated themselves, hopefully, and regulated in their nervous system. And when you get dysregulated as a child, which children do very often, they tend to have very intense emotions. What you need in those moments is somebody to soothe you, calm you down, hold you, or give you some kind of guidance and co regulate with you on a nervous system level, which means they stay calm even while you're dysregulated. So your nervous system then moves into alignment with their nervous system and calms down too, rather than the other way around, where your dysregulation pulls them into dysregulation, which is often what happens if our parents were emotionally immature or hadn't developed a strong enough ability to self soothe and self regulate on their own. So, this is a very common problem for people, and this is why I advocate so strongly for co regulation as part of the trauma healing journey. And this doesn't necessarily need to be with a therapist, but it does need to be someone who can hold that space in an objective way, provide that regulating nervous system, and not get pulled into your dysregulation, not becoming anxious or overwhelmed when you become scared, for example, or sad, or you feel in a lot of shame. Can learn to emotionally regulate on your own, but it's difficult because you have to create enough internal safety to allow your emotions to free flow in a healthy way, not be overwhelmed by them and not be suppressing them. And if you have trauma, this is going to be very difficult for you to do because the co regulating process and the providing of the safety is not something that happens through your mind. It's a felt sense of safety in your nervous system and in your body. And if there is a lot of internal chaos, you have a very critical inner voice, you're scaring yourself a lot of the time, your inner child doesn't feel safe and doesn't trust you or trust other people. All of these things are barriers to create an internal safety, and often we need somebody to help us navigate through that in order that we can start to feel into our feelings, particularly deep rooted trauma level feelings, where we often need somebody to help us co regulate and manage those emotions in a safe way.